Hey, today we're going to be talking about vertical growing. Have you ever tried putting your garden up instead of across? Well, today's video we're going to show you how to do that. You're in the garden with Patrick. So today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to grow things vertically. So I have some beautiful plants here that I planted from seed. Actually, I got these from a local library, the seeds, and these are spaghetti squash. So I'm going to plant these, and again, squash plants are going to grow along the ground, but you can grow vertically. You can pretty much grow anything vertically. I'm going to grow the squash, I'm growing watermelon vertically, I'm growing cucumbers vertically, and cantaloupe also. So I'll show you those and what we're doing. So basically when we're doing any kind of vertical gardening, you can take your whatever you have that will grow up. So again, sometimes if you want to and you want to spend the money, you can invest in a tomato cage, something like this. And you can, for example, in this case, you could take maybe cucumbers, and you can have 1, 2, 3 plants growing on your cucumbers, growing vertically here. Or you can also, if you have chicken wire, you can use some chicken wire and you can put that along here. You can also purchase just these little stakes, and if you're going to grow something vertically, like maybe some peas, or again, you could grow 1 cucumber plant on something like this, or I might make a teepee or something like that. And again, also the inexpensive thing that you could do is, this is an old, looks like a mop, probably. That's what I've used these for. So when the mop is gone, you just take the mop off, and then you can use this as a vertical growing also. So again, you decide what you're going to use to do vertical growing, and I'll show you what I'm also using, some other things that we have here. So so what we're going to do today, show you how, so I have an old tomato cage that I'm using. Instead of, it's like a little triangle, what we're going to do is I'm going to use these, again, I just had some leftover from, I don't know, I think this was from probably like some kind of a, maybe something that tracked, you know, like a curtain or something like that. I'm not really sure what I have these from. But again, I always save things, especially something that's nice and hard and metal like this. So what we're going to do is, I have the rack here where we're going to just kind of put this in between. So we're going to grow this way in front and kind of weave that in between. That'll give it a little bit solid foundation. I'm going to push this down into the ground so that it's nice and solid. And then we'll do this other one the same thing. Put that through, weave it through, and put that through. So now what we have here is a pretty solid foundation for my plants to grow up, and that'll support the fruit. As I get higher, I'm going to run some wire a little higher here. You could use either some twine or some wire, or gardening twine, something like that. And then what I may do also, depending on how high and how well these do, I may take them also along the wall here. So basically, once we've done that, we've done our vertical trellis here. We're going to just plant these. So I'm using my soil has been amended, and we've done some videos on amending soil, but I do want to show you a little bit about when we're planting these particular plants. They're very, very good as far as looking for nutrition. So they're very heavy feeders, and the heavy feeders like a lot of nitrogen. And so what we're going to use here is, I'm going to use a fertilizer that is organic. And what I'm going to do first is, we're going to go ahead and dig a hole here in the center, and I'm going to dig it a little bit deeper than I normally would. And then when I get down to that depth here, I'm going to just take maybe about a tablespoon here. I'm going to put that in there. I'm also going to use some of my worm castings. I'm going to put a handful of worm castings in that hole, and then I'm just going to kind of mix that up, and I'll show you a close-up view of that on the next one that we do here. Then, as you've seen me do this before, we're taking these plants here, and again, look at the beautiful root system that we have here, and these are about ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just gently separate these. And we're going to take these two plants, I'm going to place these right here and just put that back in there. And now we got two of those plants there. We'll take another one here, same thing. Let me show you a close-up view. All right, so we're taking this, we're digging a nice little hole. And then I'm going to take my fertilizer, my organic fertilizer, about a tablespoon or so. And what I do is sprinkle that in there. And then I'm going to take a handful here of my worm castings, put that in the bottom. And we'll backfill that a little bit and mix that up. And then we'll go ahead and plant this plant here. You want to plant these along the same, maybe the same soil height as they were growing in. So I'm going to raise that up just a little bit and firmly press that in there. And we got another plant right here. I'm going to go ahead and plant two more, and we'll go ahead and show you the end result. All right, so there you see we've got 2, 4, 6 plants planted. These are spaghetti squash, and these are going to grow vertically. You can see how they're going to grow up there. We'll show you the progress as we go along. Now, as we mentioned, you're going to see all kinds of different ways of vertically growing your vegetables. So this, again, is just a rack that I think it's a retail rack, and somebody had given it to me. They were going to throw it away. It's just metal rack, and my cucumbers are going to be rolling up on there. You've probably seen these kind of racks in maybe your kitchen that hold your spices, and that is, again, we had no use for it, and so we're repurposing that. I also made a little trellis based on the use of some like PVC here. So we have the green beans that are going to be rolling up on there. And then again, we have another one here. And then of course we have your basic tomato cages. I'm going to be growing my zucchinis vertically also. As those get a little bit bigger, we'll show you how those go. And that's pretty much how we're going to be doing our vertical gardening this year. And hopefully you're going to like the progress as we get along here. So again, if you have not subscribed in the garden with Patrick, please hit that subscribe button and like this page and share it with your friends if you found something interesting and you want to continue to show people how to garden organically and simply. Until next time,